All right, hello gamers, Mukluk here. Today is February 27th. We got a bit of Guild Wars 2 news from the last few days. Individually, none of these things I feel like would be worth going over as like a news thing. However, all of it combined, I feel like it's enough to go into it. First off, Guild Wars 2 on Twitter, Blue Sky, their Facebook, and Instagram, I was told. I don't use Instagram. Someone else told me that one. They posted this 10-second video yesterday. As you can see, that reveals a ton of information, and Wooden Potatoes will have a 7-hour video analyzing that in the near future. But to tide you over until he does, that icon is extremely similar to the logo for Spectral Agony that is used in the game, and was also used for some debuffs related to when you would be fighting the Mursaat in Guild Wars 1. A lot of people are talking about this on the Reddit and the various Guild Wars 2 groups on the 4 different websites I mentioned a minute ago, and the general consensus is that they think that this is related to us fighting the Mursaat very soon, which was sort of reinforced by the blog post that came out 24 hours later today called The Unseen Ones, a Primer on the Mursaat. And I have not read this yet. For those that might not be familiar with these guys, the Mursaat are a very manipulative faction in the game. They are thought to be mostly wiped out. One of the last Mursaat that we knew of was in Secrets of the Obscure, and if you haven't played through that, I'll just say stuff happens to them. And most of the Mursaat were very evil. They were involved in messing with like the White Mantle. They were involved in stuff with like the Bloodstone shards and things like that. There was the one in Living World Season 3 that Lydia brought back to life so she could kill him again because she's stupid. That plot never made sense to me. Anyway, there's a whole bunch of lore here related to the Mursaat. So what I'm going to do here is I am going to mute my game noise and we're going to check this out. And then I've got one more bit of news after we get through this. So let's see what they've got in here. Our second major update for Guild Wars 2 Janthier Wilds is coming out on March 11th, and we will be sharing many details on what to expect soon. Today, we'd like to spend some time recapping the known lore surrounding the nefarious and mysterious Mursaat. Brushing up on these stories will help set the stage for our upcoming release, but with that in mind, there are some story and lore spoilers in the blog, so proceed with caution. You have been warned. And we got a picture of a Mursaat floating in the air looking all nasty. All right, ancient rivalries. The Mursaat are a species of powerful spellcasters with a long and shadowed history in Tyria. These tall humanoids possess elongated bodies, preferring to float ominously rather than walk. Alongside the dwarves, Jotun, Forgotten, and Seers, the Mursaat are known as an elder race of Tyria, the beings who preceded and survived the rise of the Elder Dragons before the events of the original Guild Wars. In those ancient times, the Mursaat and Forgotten allied to subdue Zhaitan, but their efforts failed, and the Mursaat resented the other elder races for pulling their support away before the fight had even begun. Imagine failing to fight Zhaitan. These guys were incapable of pressing the one key. Absolutely ridiculous. Sometime after the Elder Dragons returned to their slumber, the Mursaat and the Seers waged war for thousands of years until the Seers were all but extinct. During that war, the Mursaat began using a terrible weapon called Spectral Agony, which killed its victims while causing them indescribable amounts of pain. Rise of the White Mantle. After learning to hide from those without the gift of true sight, the Mursaat began manipulating Tyrian events in secret. Lazarus the Dire was a powerful Mursaat who was instrumental in helping his people influence members of the other sentient races of Tyria. The Mursaat were particularly interested in keeping the Flameseeker prophecies, which foretold their own eradication by the Titans, from becoming a reality. And now we just staple them to shields. Lazarus chose the human Saul de Alessio to form the White Mantle in an effort to rule Kryta as puppets of the Mursaat. People who have played the game, who have done raids, who might not know the lore, remember Saul from Raid Wing 4. He's the guy chained up at the end when you fight Deimos. The Mursaat helped the Krytans battle against the Char when they were outnumbered and desperate. Their assistance came with a price, however, and the Mursaat killed any they deemed unworthy, leaving only the most stalwart zealots alive. Saul realized too late that these gods were not the salvation he prayed for, and he was taken away by his unseen masters. Even after Saul's abduction, the Mursaat used their white mantle puppets to commit horrific sacrifices in an attempt to keep the door of Komali shut and prevent the Titans from emerging. One site of these atrocities was Gavril, a human village in Janthir Century, the residents of which the White Mantle had subjugated. When the village was emptied, the Mursaat turned on their White Mantle sycophants. Ultimately, the Mursaat failed. The door of Komali was opened, the Titans emerged, and the Mursaat fell. And there's a picture here, possibly of the ruins in Janthir Century, but I'm not 100% certain. Mastering Mursaat Shadowcraft. The Mursaat practiced a kind of magic called Shadowcraft, which allowed them to travel through a shadowed pocket of existence within Tyria. Using Mursaat mirrors, they were able to travel long distances in a short amount of time by passing through that shadowed realm. A new mastery line in the next major release will allow the Wayfinder to tap into the same magic after learning more about the Mursaat and exploring the outer ruins of one of the great cities. Exploring the Mist-Burned Barrens. During the events of Guild Wars 2 Secrets of the Obscure, we learned that the Mursaat do not originate from Tyria at all, but in fact came from Neos, the realm of dreams. We also discovered that the Mursaat weren't entirely extinct as we were introduced to Mabon, a senior member of the Wizard's Court and our only known Mursaat ally. And there's a picture here. There's a bear on a Warclaw. Bear new playable race confirmed! Is what the comment section is going to say. In the next major release for Guild Wars 2 Janthir Wilds, the Wayfinder will explore the ruined outskirts of Bava-Nissos, an ancient Mursaat city built on the battleground where the Mursaat-Seer Wars finally ended with the Seers defeated. With their enemies gone and the human gods withdrawn from the world, the Mursaat thrived in Bava-Nissos until the door of Komali opened. Shortly after that, the Titans attacked and destroyed the city. Mabon, as one of the last remaining Mursaat, had cast a ward over the ruins to preserve its memory, but that ward fell after his death. The city's secrets are now unearthed for all to see. There's much to be learned about the Mursaat from the newly accessible remnants of Bava-Nissos. Studying their last home may provide deeper insight into who they were as a people. Make sure to check back next week for more information about our next major update. We're excited for everyone to dive into this new area steeped in history and learn more about the Mursaat. So I read this. My first thought is like, it said that he cast a rune over the city to preserve its memory. If it's like, my first understanding when we got to the point in the story where they revealed that this kind of was revealed after Mabon died, I thought that they were saying that Mabon being alive was like keeping the door closed and all the Titans in check, and then because he died, the door opened. And I was like, wait a minute, how did Mabon alone keep that door shut when the entire city full of Mursaat were unable to do so? But if it's just like he was keeping it hidden, then okay, I can buy that. I can digest that. But yeah, pretty cool stuff here. And this goes back all the way to some Guild Wars 1 stuff that happened. So, you know, it might be some nostalgia for some of you out there. So both of these are kind of related. In addition to all that, the other bit of news that I had here that I didn't think was worthy of a video all by itself, but since we're here anyway, I'm going to throw this in too, is on sales. The sensational March sales. By the way, I see this picture right here. Hang on a sec. I want to show you this. When I look at the way that they did this picture, the first thing I think of is this. Like, I don't know, anytime I see someone do that style, I always think of the Warcraft 3 boxes. Anyway, sensational March sales are here. So just to clarify, these are in-game sales, not like real-life sales like with the expansions. These are in-game sales on virtual goods. Welcome to the Black Lion Trading Company's March sales. Each week will feature a valuable bundle filled with essential goodies along with some community favorite items that will return to the gem store at a discounted price. We'll also sprinkle in some brand new cosmetic items and Black Lion chest updates as the month progresses. Below is our schedule for the sales. Schedule. Black Lion chest keys will be discounted by 30% during 2 separate intervals in March. Stock up from February 28th to March 4th and from March 28th to April 1st to take full advantage of these savings. And then there's a full list here, and I will skim this, and I will have a link to all of the sources down below. Don't you hate when you watch a video and it doesn't have the sources linked down below? I know I do. The sources are always linked down below. March sales schedule. So week 1, which is from now until March 4th. Outfits are 25% off, unique weapon skins are a quarter off, and the sensational storage package is featured. This is actually pretty good. Like, not even joking here. So I am going to try to pull it up in the store right now. Wow, my store is broken right now. Sensational. All right, here we go. Now, I cannot get more of these. If the average player looks at this package, it will cost you 1,500 gems. That's 1,500, and it will include this as well. But 1,500 gems, bag slots usually 400 gems. A bank tab expansion is usually 600, so that's 1,000. And this is usually, what are material storage expanders, chat? I can't see the price tag because I am capped on them. I think it's like 400 plus. 800. It's 800. Okay, so just the 3 expansions are more than the price of the total thing. And then on top of that, you get a shared inventory slot and then a 20 slot bag. Now, in my opinion, the 20 slot bag, don't even take that into your calculations because you could just buy all the 20 slot bags you want off the trading post for in-game coin. But the other 4 things here are worth far more than the 1,500 gems this costs. So, like, I don't have a referral link. I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm just saying, as far as bang for your buck goes, if you're the type of person that occasionally makes gem store purchases, this is pretty good value for what you're getting and versus what you're spending. This is good value. So that's just my opinion on that. Let me go back to the website here. The following week, from March 4th until March 11th, and again, the 11th is when the next big content update comes out. Backpacks are 25% off, gliders 25% off, and the build and equipment template bundle will be featured. Probably going to be like the bundle we just saw, where it's got some sick value. Week 3 until the 18th, mount skins, die kits, and novelty items are 25% off. And then there is a build and equipment template bundle, same as the week before. Week 4, which goes until the 25th, unique armor skins and chairs are 25% off. And then there's an upgraded bag slot expansion bundle. And since it's a bundle, I'm going to assume it just comes with like a bunch of bag slots, which are usually 400 each or something. Week 5, which goes until April 1st, character and account upgrades are 25% off. Things such as bank tab expansions, bag slot expansions, and character slot expansions. And there is, the featured bundle is the same as the week before with bag slots. So if there's any of this you need, take a look at like what date it goes on sale or goes into a bundle and wait until then, and you'll get more bang for your buck. That's basically the thing for the month of March. So like if you're like, oh, you know, I was just about to buy more bag slots, well, wait until either this or this or this to buy those bag slots if you can, if you're patient, and you'll get more for your money. And then down here, it talks about the sensational storage bundle, which I just showed it in game, but it also says this amazing package is available for 1,500 gems till March 4th, can be purchased once per account, and is attainable again even if you purchased it last year. It includes blah, 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 blah. What's in stock? Starting February 28th and continuing for the next few days, the following lounge passes and permanent finishers are 20% off. Royal Terrace Pass, permanent unicorn finisher, scarecrow finisher, permanent Mad King finisher, available now in the gem store, blah, 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 blah. And this just looks weird because I'm using a Chrome extension to make this page dark mode. That's all. And that's it. That was some stuff that I thought was pretty cool. That's all the new things that I know about at this time. Mursaat lore, the teaser, and the sales. And I'll have links to all of that in the comment section down below, or sorry, in the description down below. And if you have any questions, problems, thoughts, concerns, or any information that I missed, feel free to put that in the comment section down below to spread the word, and I will fight you there.